Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's head outside and take a look outside our beautiful Wednesday weather window. We did have a fair amount of clouds out there today, but some blue sky and warmer temperatures. Temperatures about normal finally across north central Washington. And that provided for this beautiful shot of the Wenatchee Valley from our Sky-Fi tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Enjoy it while it's here because tomorrow things are really going to change. 3 storm systems set to move into Washington State over the next 3 to 4 days. We actually have a flood watch in effect for tomorrow afternoon where we could see thunderstorms with possibly heavy rain and river flooding. We'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. Now, a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A man who was out on bail while awaiting trial on burglary charges was arrested again yesterday, this time as a suspect in 2 new burglaries in Soap Lake. The Chelan parent accused of distributing nude images for her child's rival at Eastmont Junior High faces another court hearing next month. And all outside doors to schools in the Eastmont School District will be locked during class hours beginning today and continuing until the end of the school year. But first, our top story tonight. A rural Douglas County man is accused of threatening the life of his neighbor while armed with a sawed-off shotgun. Sheriff's deputies on Monday arrested 56-year-old Eric Lee Cranford at his home in Withrow. That's just between Waterville and Mansfield. Deputies said Cranford made both text and verbal threats to his neighbor while carrying a bolt-action shotgun that had been altered to about a 14-inch barrel length. That's shorter than the 18th-inch length required under law. Cranford remained jailed today at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center on $10,000 bond. He's not yet been charged. Well, a man who was out on bail while awaiting trial on burglary charges was arrested again yesterday, this time as a suspect in 2 new burglaries in Soap Lake. 26-year-old Jacob McCallan was arrested walking along the highway after Soap Lake police say he was identified on security camera footage from one of the burglary scenes. Police say he at first gave them a fake identity, but Chief Ryan Cox recognized McCallan from previous encounters. Police reported finding evidence linking McCallan to both Soap Lake burglaries. The suspect was returned to the Grant County Jail on additional burglary charges, and the Soap Lake Police Department said he may have been involved in other crimes while out on bail. Meanwhile, the Chelan parent accused of distributing nude images of her child's rival at Eastmont Junior High faces another court hearing next month. 47-year-old Amanda Sue Austin pleaded not guilty yesterday to charges of distributing explicit images of a child as well as second-degree burglary. East Wenatchee police say Austin and her child illegally entered Eastmont Junior High during a school day back in March and left printed nude images of a former student. The incident was allegedly part of a rivalry between Austin's child and the victim, and Douglas County prosecutors say Austin set out to harass and embarrass the student. Austin has pleaded not guilty. She remains free on her own recognizance. Attorneys in Douglas County Superior Court set a July 18th hearing date to decide when the case might go to trial. Well, all outside doors to schools in the Eastmont School District will be locked during class hours beginning today and continuing until the end of the school year. Superintendent Garn Christensen said the move comes at the recommendation of East Wenatchee Police Chief Rick Johnson because of local criminal gang activity and the recent school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Police stepped up patrols of the district schools following the May 23rd arrest of a 14-year-old Eastmont Junior High School student who allegedly made online threats to shoot up the school. On Monday, 2 expelled students reportedly returned to the junior high and were arrested after a foot chase with police. Police said the students were wearing blue bandanas when they ignored orders to stop and ran inside the school. Bandanas are banned at all Eastmont schools because of their connection to local gangs. Christensen said the doors at schools will be locked once school starts and remain locked until dismissal. Well, when we come back, activists who filed a frivolous court challenge to Washington's 2020 elections must pay more than $28,000. Summertime bans on outside burning of debris and yard waste went into effect today in counties throughout north central Washington. And the Moses Lake School District has found new names for mascots at 2 of its schools, and next we'll decide on a new name for a school itself. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Attention RVers and campers! There's a huge RV liquidation event going on now at Click It RV of Moses Lake. Click It RV of Moses Lake must make room for new inventory arriving daily. There's a huge selection of top quality RVs that must be liquidated to make room for new arrivals.
You're going to want to be at this event.
Get to Click It RV Moses Lake's huge liquidation event.
Get to Click It RV now, or you're going to be mad, bro. You probably already are.
Get the best deals anywhere at Click It RV of Moses Lake.
We guarantee it.
You are driven to succeed. This drive is part of who you are, part of your cultura, your valores. With achievement comes a sense of orgullo. It builds your community. You stand on the shoulders of those who have walked before you, the ones who pushed you to succeed. You have the choice to overcome the challenges that arise in your life. You decide your future. Sí se puede.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. In another news, activists who filed a frivolous court challenge to Washington's 2020 elections must pay more than $28,000. The lawsuit from the Washington Election Integrity Coalition United claimed, without providing evidence, that non-U.S. citizens were illegally registered to vote in the last election and that hundreds of thousands of ballots were altered. The Washington Supreme Court dismissed those claims, and now the court has ordered WEICU lawyers to pay $28,300 to cover the state's costs for defending the lawsuit. Attorney General Bob Ferguson says he'll also file a bar complaint against the Maine attorney, Virginia Sjogren, asking that she be disciplined for legal misconduct. Summertime bans on outside burning of debris and yard waste went into effect today in counties throughout north central Washington. Recreational campfires no larger than 3 feet by 3 feet are still allowed in approved fire pits, as are propane or gas fire devices. The bans include Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanogan counties. The bans will be in place until at least September 30th. The Moses Lake School District has found new names for mascots at 2 of its schools, and next will decide on a new school name for itself. Moses Lake High School's mascot will be changed from Chiefs to Mavericks, and Frontier Middle School from Warriors to Spartans. A law passed by the 2021 state legislature bans the use of Native American symbols and images for school mascots, logos, and team names. Exceptions under the new law could be made if tribes in the area give their okay to the existing Native American names. But after meeting with the school district, the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation asked the district to cease using the names and mascots. The school district still needs to find a new name for Chief Moses Middle School, which is expected to happen at the school board's June 23rd meeting. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, after more than 20 years with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, Deputy and Canine Handler Mike Lehman retired yesterday. Taking on the duties for an emotional final sign-off was Lehman's wife, Erin, a first responder herself with Cascade Ambulance.
K60, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office and surrounding agency want to say thank you for more than 20 years of law enforcement. You have served the members of Chelan County as well as your country with pride, courage, and dedication. TCSO, you have served as an Explorer Advisor. We're a member of the dive team and swiftwater rescue teams. You were an evac instructor and a HART team member. You were part of the Marine Patrol, and most importantly, you were a canine officer where you worked drug dog Nikita and patrol dogs Axel, Mikey, and Kane. Some of those dogs were more productive than others. You served your jail from 1998 to 2000, and I heard you even delivered a baby. It has been 2,457 days since your wife has been able to breathe. Each time you put on a uniform and left the driveway made me pause. Your critical incident, well, some time ago, is not ever far from my mind. I'm going to be so happy and thankful to let that breath out. Your humor and experience will be missed, and know that you have inspired many of your colleagues. You are my hero, my rock, and my best friend. Your family is so proud of you and all you have done in the last 20-plus years, and we cannot wait for the next chapter to begin. We wish you good fortune on your next adventure, and I have a feeling that your honey-do list just got a lot longer. Now go grab a shovel. There's surely poop to be picked up. K60, out of service, 1614.
All right, let's take a look now at your north central Washington weather forecast. Nice day today. Hope you had the chance to get out there and enjoy some of it. This is what it looked like this afternoon with some high and mid-level clouds out there, but a beautiful shot looking down at the Columbia River and the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. An unofficial high temperature today, 76 degrees, 1 degree above where we should be for this time of year at 75. Right on the money for our overnight low at 52 degrees. Record high is 98. That was set back in 1986, and record low 39 in 1976. Sun came up this morning at 5:08 and will set for us tonight at 10 minutes to 9. Let's get you into tomorrow, and we're going to see a little bit of everything tomorrow. First of all, temperatures will be nice and mild. 80 for Moses Lake, upper 70s in Quincy and Ephrata, 76 in Wenatchee, 75 for Kashmir, and 76 as well for a high temperature in Entiat. Tonight, we can expect mostly cloudy skies, maybe a scattered shower, little bit of a ridge hanging on, but here's our first weather maker of 3 that we expect over the next 4 days. Just some scattered showers tonight, but Thursday, cloudy skies, rain and thunderstorms, flood watch in effect tomorrow from 2 2 p.m. until 1 a.m. on Friday. We're going to see high in the mid-70s. Thunder showers all throughout north central Washington. As we get into Friday, here's your morning commute. It looks a little bit wet. Rain and thunderstorms then once again developing on Friday afternoon. There'll be maybe another watch for tomorrow, or Friday afternoon rather. High temperatures Friday in the low 70s. For Saturday, morning showers once again as we see a double shot of low pressure. By the afternoon, though, I think a little bit of a break before things ramp back up by Saturday night. So the Chris Stapleton concert, you might miss the rain showers at the Gorge Saturday night. For Sunday, that's going to be our wettest day. Rain all throughout the day, maybe even a scattered thunder shower or two. It will be a little bit cooler too on Sunday with high temperatures only into the mid-60s, which will be about 10 degrees below normal. For Monday, that's where we see some nicer weather. High pressure slides back in off the coast of Washington and Oregon, and it keeps those two areas of low pressure at bay on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies, clear skies along the west coast, and will warm up too with high temperatures on Tuesday back into the lower 70s. Taking a look now at your 7-day forecast, we'll see 58 for an overnight low tonight. Might see a little bit of rain shower activity, but these are the 2 days we're really keeping our eye on. Once again, flash flood watch in effect tomorrow afternoon through our evening hours. We could see heavy rain, maybe some small hail, and maybe some small stream flooding tomorrow afternoon. 76 the high, 73 with more thunderstorms on Friday, and then just rain showers as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Cooler temperatures too. 69 on Saturday and 67 on Sunday. I think Sunday will be our wettest day with rain, it looks like, all day long for Sunday. And then some better weather as we get into the first part of next week. We'll see partly cloudy skies on Monday and 70 degrees with 72 on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. Find out about programs and activities for ages 50 and over, and meet amazing seniors who contribute to our community. New episodes Sundays at 1:30 p.m., replayed throughout the week on the NCWLIFE channel. Get your body moving. Tune in for Vibrant Motion, featuring low-impact aerobics hosted by Connie Townsend. These workouts are great for all ages. Vibrant Motion, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, weekdays on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE really does a great job of exposing our brand. It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement. Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. There's a huge market here and market potential, and they are a great avenue for that.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hey, sports fans, Dan Coons filling in for Eric Granstrom, who took 5 starts in Major League Baseball, but George Kirby finally has his first Major League victory. It helps when your team scores 10 runs for you, 10-0 in the final over Baltimore last night. Kirby struck out 8 over 6 innings. He only allowed 4 hits, 1 walk, shutout. We like that. And Taylor Trammell had a big night at the plate. He went 3 for 4, and he had 4 RBIs.
Oh, this is lashed deep towards the new wall in left field, and this bangs off the fence. France pedals to third. He's coming home. Julio throttles down with a double. It's a ribby double for Julio, and 3 batters into the ball game. Julio Rodriguez has put the Mariners in front 1-0. Up the middle, and it kicks away. This brings home Frazier. Meanwhile, Denimore, he takes a hard turn and stops at third base. Trammell, a headlong slide to second. The Mariners now lead at 2-0. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, he catches a break. See the second baseman playing right up the middle. He was going to make the backhanded play, but it hits the edge of the base, and Karam's into center field.
Winker shoots this down the line. It's a fair ball in left field. Taylor Trammell comes around to score. Jesse Winker jumps on the first pitch. Now the Mariners have put a 3 spot on the board in this second inning. They lead 4-0. Cal hits this hard through the left side. Frazier is in to score. Denimore scores easily. He sprints across the dish. Cal Raleigh's driven in 3 runs tonight. The Mariners are blowing this one open in the third inning. They just keep on tacking on runs. It's a 7-0 Mariners lead. Into right field, another multi-hit night for Ty France. He drives in the 8th run this evening for the Mariners. And with 2 gone in the top of the third inning, it's an 8-0 Mariners lead. Soft fly. This is dropping, and it gets past Hayes. Dylan Moore scores. Trammell quickly scampers back to first, and the Mariners, it's been a little while. Ever since the third, we're due for another run. It's 9-0 now. Trammell's 3rd RBI tonight. Into right field for a base hit. The Mariners will push their 10th run across. Taylor Trammell stands up with a double. He's driven in 4 tonight. 10-0 Mariners. Dylan Moore with a backhand. Tricky throw on target. Plenty of time. And a capper for a Mariners win.
Manager Scott Service happy to see Kirby get his first Major League victory. He was not happy when Julio Rodriguez got thrown out of the game.
He was outstanding tonight. I thought, the first inning, maybe not the fastball command he's used to having, but after that, he got into it. A real good curveball, good slider. Offensively tonight, we knew they were up against it, kind of in a bullpen game, so it was nice to jump out early. Sometimes in bullpen games can get away from you as the other team starts to get on a roll and they start matching up. So, credit to our guys. But really, the night's about George. He was due for that first win, and it's great to get 6 innings out of him tonight. It sets us up here for the rest of the series, and keep it rolling. But everybody chipped in offensively. Just a good game to start the trip. I wish it was that easy. But no, you have to go out and set the tone in the first inning. And like I said, he wasn't real sharp. And oftentimes starters are most vulnerable in the first inning. But once he got going and got rolling after that, the command came. I thought his secondary pitches were really good today as well. A lot of good sliders, a double play ball and a curveball there early in the game. So did a lot of good things. And we continue to have those learning moments as the game got a little crazy there. Julio learns. He screws up some stuff once in a while, but as he says, he goes, rule of 1, I only screwed up 1 time. So he'll learn from that tonight. Julio had no idea. You cannot draw a line in the dirt. That's automatic ejection. He now knows. He was shocked that he got thrown out of the game. Obviously, we were in a good spot there as far as the score was concerned, but I really wanted to get Ty off his feet, get JP off his feet for a couple innings, get some of the other guys in there, and then before you know it, my catcher's playing second base. So.
Ty France also had another multi-hit game. Those 2 teams are playing, well, as we speak. I don't know why I looked at my wrist. I don't own a watch. You can watch it on Root Sports. All right, to the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard. How did everybody do? Well, my Yankees won. We like that, and they beat the team that's the Mariners are trailing to. They knocked off the Angels 9-1. Jordan Montgomery giving up a solo home run over 7 innings to earn his first win of the season. Corey Seager and Adolis Garcia each homered in the third run's 4th inning. That would be all the scoring. Texas playing Tampa Bay 3-0. Chas McCormick 3 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs to lead Houston to a victory over Oakland. So the Astros lead in the American League West is now 5 games. Houston won, LA lost. Texas keeps pace. Seattle 10.5 games back. Not going to feel like summer this weekend, but the biggest swim meet of the year is this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Apple Capital Open makes its return. It was delayed a couple of years because of the pandemic. Velocity swim coach Tom Wiley said the Wenatchee meet is the first where they get to swim in the really big pool.
This is the true Olympic pool, 50 meters long. It's what the Olympians train in. It's what the Olympians race in. It is the premier outdoor 50-meter pool in the entire state of Washington. That's why you have teams from all across the state and elsewhere, like you said, flock to this meet. It's the beginning of what's called the long course season, which means the big pool, the 50-meter pool, compared to in the wintertime we swim at a 25-yard pool. And this is this is the first test of the long course season for 2022, so teams want to gauge where they're at. This is also a beautiful area to host a swim meet. We get great support from the city, this is the city pool. They manage the pool. They do an amazing job, and so it's a great partnership.
900 swimmers in town for the 3-day event. Tom told me if it wasn't for the Velocity Swim family, they couldn't pull it off.
It's the Velocity swimming families that actually rise to the occasion and help run the meet, from hospitality for the coaches and the officials and the volunteers, meaning we need to keep them hydrated and keep them fed, to emptying trash cans, to making sure the swimmers get to where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there, to running the timing system, to timing the lanes. There's just a whole lot that goes into it. And like I said, without the parents, none of this would be possible.
One big change this year, you won't see all those tents at Pioneer Park. The families are staying in local hotel rooms now, and Wiley says that's good for the local economy.
A decision that was somewhat forced on us during COVID, but then we discovered how well it actually worked to keep this area relatively calm, if you will, and really dedicated and focused on the swimming. And that also helps increase the economic impact, because instead of camping, they need someplace to stay. They'll be going to the local hotels, eating in the local restaurants. You mentioned pre-COVID, the last numbers I had in the pre-COVID days, the economic impact of this event on the Wenatchee area was nearly $500,000.
The Apple Capital Open, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Wenatchee City Pool. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Wednesday in the Sports Basement. I'm Dan Kuntz. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan, and we'll check back with you in a little bit. But first, a nice story as we leave you tonight. After the Washington State Department of Transportation posted on social media Monday morning about a stuffed dinosaur that was found Friday along Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass, the search was on for its owner. Well, it didn't take long to get that mystery solved. About noon, a woman reached out to WSDOT on Facebook and said her son Cameron had lost his dino over the weekend while they were crossing the pass and has been heartbroken since. WSDOT said a reunion between Cameron and the dinosaur is now being arranged. Stay tuned. Now let's get back to Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Summary here, and it's time to talk about Apple Sox baseball. We're going to do just that tomorrow. Mitch Darlington, of course, is the new head coach of the Wenatchee Apple Sox. Mitch and his left-handed starting pitcher out of Arkansas. What are we talking about in tomorrow's show, Mitch?
Going to be talking about this series, opening up on the road at Bend, and talking a little about this pitcher here to my left, Mason Philly.
Mason, your impressions of Wenatchee so far?
It feels great out here, and it's a beautiful view.
Mason, Mitch, Dan on tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, guys. Can't wait for the Apple Sox season. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
NCWLIFE really does a great job of exposing our brand. It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement, Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. There's a huge market here and market potential, and they are a great avenue for that.